Ooh, I smell fire. Speaking of fire, I smell fire. Something's wrong. Oh, all right, good morning. I wish I could say I slept in today, but I didn't. I was awake at 4. I didn't get up till about 6 though. Had a bird or something in the eaves making a bunch of noise. I thought it was actually a bear on the porch messing with the barbecue. Wasn't. Good thing. So, got some cleanup to do today. That's the plan. Get up here and try to get as much of the brush that we've cut so far piled into different burn piles around the property. And then we'll cut some more. Build our slash piles, clean things up best we can. Pretty stiff and sore today from yesterday. I'll tell you, the Echo DCS 5000, is it as good as a 50cc gas-powered saw or a 74cc or 70cc, whatever the Husqvarna 572 XP is? Is it as good as that? Well, let's be honest, folks, it's not. It's not David versus Goliath. Maybe it's David and Goliath, because the battery-powered saw definitely has some nice features that make it really nice to use for doing this kind of work. We ran about a battery and a half yesterday, and I was at it all day. I started about 8 in the morning, and I ran until 4:15, and I only took a couple very short breaks. So I put in about 7 hours. Now I use the big 572 a lot, and I will tell you that when using the 572 with the 28-inch bar, I don't have to lean over as far, if at all sometimes, to buck limbs. I can just literally set the saw down and go ahead and buck limbs down a log. So that's really nice. You've got that extra reach. On the other hand, it weighs probably 3 times what the Echo weighs. So it's heavier, and if you're not used to it, like I'm not right now because I'm out of shape, definitely beats you up a little bit. It has the power to drive through these logs like nobody's business. I mean, there's no comparison between the Echo 56 volt with an 18-inch bar that measures actually 16 3/4. It's an 18-inch bar, but it doesn't measure 18 inches. Whereas my Husqvarna with an 18-inch bar does measure 18 inches, right? Little trick they use, I guess. But and it can go through. I fell some 9-inch trees with it. It will fall a bigger tree, especially if the battery's nice and fresh. But even with half power on the battery, I was able to fall some stuff and buck some stuff up with it. It works pretty good. It's not as fast as the 572, but it's a lot lighter. And so if I'm getting pretty beat up at the end of the day and I'm tired and I just want to bring down a few more trees, it sure makes a difference. My wife likes to use it. She's willing to use it. She's learning. She's not afraid of it. That's a big plus. She will never use that 572. She doesn't like the gas-powered saws. So just a few thoughts on the 2 saws. We're gonna go and clean up a mess and then get to work. Maybe take some more saplings down. So we'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna move you so you can see what we're doing, and then I'm gonna get to work. big steak. Morning. I should probably hit record before I start talking to a camera. Folks, I'll tell you, sometimes you're out doing something and you think you hit record and you didn't, but that's okay. Last day, we're heading out today, so I thought I would show you around a little bit, show you what we got accomplished. You hear the neighbor yelling. He might have run into that same bear I ran into. Probably chasing it off, so I better keep my eyes open while I'm wandering about. All right, good morning. So here we go. Used the ATV with the harrow to drag all this. Really kind of cleaned it up so you can kind of see what we got here. A lot of it's down here, but pretty good job cleaning up. Still got a ways to go, but at least you can see we took out a lot of trees in here. That's part of the plan. And of course we got a pile there, got this pile here. Most of this is cleaned up now. So that's pretty good. We've got to get it opened up. You hear an ATV now. I don't know what he's up to down there. But so you can see, this is pretty much clean now. Reduced a lot. Same as over here. The DNR program is really there to protect your property from forest fires, but also just overall protection. You know, one of the challenges with having a place in the middle of the woods that you have to accept is that pine forests tend to burn about every 5 to 7 years. So, you know, if you have dry pine forest and lightning happens, you're gonna have a fire. That's what happens. So if you buy or build a place in the woods in an arid pine forest, you need to get out there and thin your forest and clean it up. And the DNR pays a certain amount per acre for you to do that, because they're going to go out and fight forest fires, and it costs millions of dollars to fight them. So if they could pay you a few bucks to help cover the cost of cleaning up your property, it makes sense, because it reduces the cost of having to fight forest fires. So if you're kind of curious about that, why the DNR might do that and why somebody might take advantage of it, well, there's your answer. From a financial standpoint, you stand to gain a little bit, at least cover your costs and maybe a little more. And from their standpoint, ooh, I smell fire. Speaking of fire, I smell fire. Something's wrong. Folks, I gotta see what maybe all that yelling was about. There might be a fire. All right, hey folks. Well, no fire. Well, there's a fire somewhere, just not around here. My neighbor was actually chasing cows away, not the bear, and he wasn't yelling because of the smoke. I talked to him real quick, and he said, you know, he smelled the smoke too, and he was kind of wondering where it was coming from, and they're not aware of any fires nearby, but it's concerning out here, and you know, it's kind of apropos, I guess. Here we are thinning it out to protect from forest fires, and now we smell smoke and it's fire season, so a little concerning. We'll find out, and I'll probably drop something in the description to let you know if I find fires anywhere nearby. But as of right now, we're packing up to get out of here. We've done a lot of work, as you can see, so we've done all we can do right now to keep protecting the place, and that's what we do. We come out, we do a bunch of work, 2 or 3 days, and then hightail it back home. So till next time, thanks for watching. The old Jarhead out.